Welcome to Ascent Life. I'm R. Brandon Long. I am here with a mission to inspire 1 million people a day to live their best life. That's what we call living an Ascent Life. So, coming to you live from the home office today, I have a sick little one in the family who had to stay home from school. So, I am grateful that I am in the position in my life right now to be able to stay home with my kids and when one isn't feeling well. But I wanted to chime in, keep the daily podcast going Monday through Thursday. Today, I want to talk more about the book here, Inner Excellence by Jim Murphy. I read chapter 4 today, and there's some really good nuggets about focusing on your purpose, the process, and what Murphy calls the Fearless Four. Again, I'm reading books, and I've got plenty here to go through still, but I'm learning how to become the best version of myself. I'm here to pass along that information and highlight what is helping me, and hopefully it will help you as well. First, weekly updates on my fitness and financial goals. I took a step back on the fitness side. I weighed in at 223 this morning. Goal was 221. So I'm up about a half a pound because I weighed in at 222.4 last week. I missed 2 days of exercise this week. However, one day I was hiking up and down a mountain at Powder Mountain, emceeing a race, and I definitely got 10,000 steps in, and most of it was like at 6,500, 7,000 feet, so not too bad. Workout nonetheless. The other day I was definitely not feeling good. I wasn't feeling well, so I rested that day. But all in all, for January, I am down a total of 7 pounds. Started the year at 230, down to 223 today. So I am happy with that. Was hoping to knock out a full 10 pounds this month, but 7 will do. So if I can repeat that in February, that would be rad. February is a little shorter month, and then that would put me down to 216 by March 1. I think that's a pretty good goal. What is that? It's less than 2 pounds a week. We'll see. For the financial goal of increasing the business revenue up 4,000 a month, I did not progress in that goal, in that goal either. So it's time to buckle down and approach some potential sponsors this week, over the next couple of weeks, so I can start knocking that stuff out. Okay, diving into chapter 4, Inner Excellence, right here. The Daring and The Twilight, 3 Pillars of Extraordinary Performance. Here are my takeaways. These are the passages that I felt were interesting to me, beginning with what we led with, the 3 Pillars of Extraordinary Performance. We talked about Zoe on the program last Thursday. The most powerful resources in the world: love, wisdom, and courage, and how they form the basis for the 3 pillars of extraordinary performance. Lead with your heart, expand your vision, and be fully present in the pursuit of your most difficult goals and dreams. We all must face our doubts and fears. Moving on here, he says, what animates, I like this because it includes like the Ascent Life mountain climbers. What animates mountain climbers is not a death wish, but a life wish, a desire to truly live fully, intensely, and completely. Under a section titled Self-Mastery and the Pursuit of Greatness, Murphy says, I relabeled this stage Selfless Actualization and defined it as achieving the highest calling possible, being your true self as you serve others and live with fullness of life. And that is the Zoe that we talked about last Thursday. It's the full potential of your inner life, the generator of intense beauty and passion. Zoe is the full expression of love, wisdom, and courage. Those 3 pillars. Most people don't know exactly what they want besides material success. I know, however, that as you're reading this, you're realizing that the greatest possible life is one filled with love, wisdom, and courage. Love is fearless. Wisdom creates the best long-term decisions, and courage does it all with boldness and grace under pressure. Love, wisdom, and courage. And he expands on, each of these categories. On being fully present, Murphy says, to continually lead with your heart, expand your vision, and be fully present is to seek self-mastery. Mastery is the pursuit of personal growth, to learn how to live with love, wisdom, and courage, and ultimately Zoe. Mastering the ego in pursuit of Zoe. If you're worried about, this is how you know, these are like reality checks to see how much your ego is influencing you. You're worried about what people think of you. You're nervous about doing or saying something embarrassing. You're more concerned with being right and appearing smart than learning the truth and being wrong. You're obsessed with winning more than fully experiencing the moment and getting better. You're offended or angry when you felt embarrassed or humiliated. And then there's some ways to recognize if you are learning self-mastery. The rhythm of your life has more space in it, with more compassion and less impatience. You're becoming less caught up in your mind, developing non-judgmental awareness, knowing that you don't know what is truly best for you. You're less attached to your results, wanting to learn and grow and get better, more than being recognized for your accomplishments. You're becoming more concerned with empowering others than you are with having your own power, status, or recognition. You listen more than you speak, and then the one I underlined, which stood out to me, you're developing strict daily routines that help you lead with your heart, expand your vision, and be fully present. And more on routines in a minute. The word routines I like better than habits. And I have the habits book, Atomic Habits. I don't know why I like routines better, but I really do. Routines to me is like, this is my routine. This is just what I do. It's nearly the same word as habit, but routine stuck with me. On the next page, the purpose of your life should always be what's guiding your life. So if you don't know your purpose, then start there. Goals are external outcomes. This is the difference between dreams versus goals. So goals are external outcomes that are not in your full control, like get a raise, win a match, hit 300, become CEO. Dreams are feelings. We set goals in order to get feelings we want. That's the cat behind me scratching. I don't know if you can hear. He's scratching the post. What we really want are ways to use our gifts and feel passion to feel What we really want are ways to use our gifts and passion to feel truly alive. That's living our dreams when we combine those two things. This book is, all the nuggets. This is one chapter. Oh my gosh. To be fully engaged in the moment with a clear mind and an unburdened heart is to experience resonance. And he says the pursuit of self-mastery is the pursuit of mastering your ego so that you can be your true self. On love and leading with your heart. Leading with your heart is striving to be your true self, who you were born to be, so you can experience absolute fullness of life. This is a quote, if you cling to your life, you'll lose it, but if you give up your life for others, you'll find it. A fundamental law of the universe. Now, opposite page. This is pretty much the definition. I wrote Ascent Life next to it, which is what we're trying to do here. If you devote your life to a purpose beyond yourself and commit to raising the level of excellence in your life in order to raise it in others, you'll gain fullness of life. If you devote your life to a purpose beyond yourself and commit to raising the level of excellence in your life in order to raise it in others, you'll gain fullness in life. That's living an Ascent Life, in my opinion. Let's see, what other good nuggets are in this one here? Okay, no one has your gifts. This is on uniqueness. No one has your gifts, your connections, and your unique energy and lens through which you view the world, which is wild because we've been here for thousands of years, and yet we are the only ones that are like us. We are unique still. When you are completely humble, you cannot be humiliated. There's no ego to be wounded. Without the threat of embarrassment or humiliation, you're free to explore possibilities, to risk failure, and be able to get up quickly when you fall. To achieve peak performance, you should have a strongly directed purpose that is not self-seeking. So know your purpose, and it can't be self-seeking, and it kind of teaches you if your purpose is self-seeking and how to know. All right, on the Fearless 4, this says these are the daily process goals. Number 1, give my best, 100% of what I have today. 2, be present. 3, be grateful. And then 4, and this is the one that stuck with me today in my reading this morning, focus on my routines and only what I can control. Yeah. Okay, let's see if there was anything else. Purpose and the problem. Love, wisdom, and courage help you live out the purpose of your life. So, again, the book is Inner Excellence. Jim Murphy, Inner Excellence, and I'm going through it fairly slowly, about a chapter a day, because each chapter is so dense and full of good information. That's what I was learning today, and so that's what I wanted to pass on to you all. My takeaways then from that chapter, I wrote in my notes here, you know, the love, wisdom, and courage, love to conquer the ego and fear. So use love to conquer the ego and fears, and then focus on routines. Control the controllable. If you're not subscribed yet to my YouTube page, hit the subscribe button, please, at R. Brandon Long. You can follow me on X and TikTok, both under R. Brandon Long. And for daily inspiration, Ascent Life on Instagram. Reminder, we're live 4 days a week. Episodes are then uploaded as a podcast to your favorite podcast outlets, including Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and the Ascent Life, as the Ascent Life podcast. I'm still booking guests for this week, so I can't let you know who is tomorrow, because that one is not booked yet. So, but we'll be back tomorrow nonetheless, and hopefully I'll finish, booking out the guests and let you know who the remaining two are tomorrow. So if you made it this far in the program, again, please subscribe to me on YouTube. Thanks for joining me on this journey as we all learn how to level up and become the best version of ourselves. No wasted ability. We'll catch you tomorrow on Ascent Life. Cheers.